Welcome to Mind Flashing. Today, the true story about the girl next door. This is a story that will linger in your mind long after the screen goes black. A story so cruel, so monstrous, it shatters the illusion that the suburbs are safe. This is not fiction. This is not just a story. This happened in the heartland of America. A girl was tortured, mutilated, left to die in a basement, not by a stranger, not by a deranged killer on the loose, but by neighbors, children, people who smiled at you in passing. Her name was Sylvia Likens. She was 16 years old. This is her story. Born on January 3, 1949 in Lebanon, Indiana, Sylvia was the third of 5 children. Her parents, Lester and Betty Likens, worked traveling carnivals. Their jobs took them from town to town, setting up stalls, selling cotton candy, telling fortunes. Sylvia and her siblings learned early how to live out of suitcases, to smile at strangers, to make the best of cheap motel rooms and roadside diners. But Sylvia, shy, kind-hearted, with a gap-toothed smile, wasn't meant for that kind of life. She was the kind of girl who braided her sister's hair, who wrote poems in secret, who dreamt of dancing under stage lights. She had never met evil, not yet. In the summer of 1965, Sylvia and her sister Jenny were left in the care of Gertrude Banaszewski. Their parents were on the road again, working the fair circuit. They had met Gertrude through church. She seemed kind, frail, God-fearing, a mother of 7. She agreed to take the girls in for $20 a week, but something was wrong inside that house. It was a narrow 2-story home, peeling paint on the porch, shadows behind every window. Inside, it reeked of stale cigarette smoke and desperation. Gertrude was a thin, sickly woman with sunken eyes and a rage that simmered just beneath the surface. The $20 didn't come on time. Gertrude's temper flared, and Sylvia paid the price. At first, it was small. Gertrude accused Sylvia of stealing candy. She slapped her, called her a whore. Then came the starvation. Sylvia was denied food for days, forced to watch others eat. One day, Gertrude beat Sylvia with a paddle. Another day, she invited her children to join in. But it got worse, much worse. Gertrude's daughter Paula punched Sylvia in the stomach, while she herself was pregnant. The neighborhood kids were invited over, and they came to watch, to participate. Sylvia was stripped naked, burned with cigarettes, scalded with hot water, forced to lick her own waste off the floor, and no one called for help. Gertrude carved a message into her skin. "I'm a prostitute and proud of it." She used a heated needle. Sylvia screamed so loudly the walls seemed to shake. But no neighbor ever knocked. She was locked in the basement, no light, no bed, no dignity. She cried for her parents. She begged to go home, but the walls stayed silent. October 26, 1965, Sylvia tried to escape. She collapsed before reaching the stairs. Gertrude and the others laughed. That night, Sylvia's body gave up. Her last words, whispered through bloodied lips, "I know you didn't mean to do this to me." She was 16. Jenny, her younger sister, whispered to a neighbor, "If you get me out of here, I'll tell you everything." Police arrived. They found Sylvia's body covered in bruises, burns, and carvings. Gertrude Banaszewski was arrested. along with her children and several neighborhood kids. In court, the truth spilled out, slow, painful, surreal. Even seasoned detectives wept. Gertrude received life in prison. She was paroled in 1985. Paula, too. The rest got light sentences. Some walked free within months. But Sylvia, she never left that house. Her memory haunted East New York Street. The house stood empty for years. Locals say you can still hear screams in the basement. Sylvia's gravestone reads, "Our darling daughter." Evil doesn't always look like a monster. Sometimes it looks like a tired mother, a neighborhood kid, a friend. This was the story of Sylvia Likens, the girl next door. Remember her. Thank you for watching this episode of Mind Flashing. If this story moved you, if it chilled you, or made you stop and think, please take a moment to give this video a like. Subscribe to Mind Flashing for more haunting, true stories that lurk just beneath the surface of everyday life. There are more truths to uncover, more darkness to confront, and together, we will shine a light into those forgotten corners. Until next time, stay aware and stay safe.